Okay everyone, this is Avatar Sage 7 back again with some Destiny 2 news because Season of the Splicer is coming out May 11, 2021 and going run until August 24, 2021. So it's going to be a few months of Season of the Splicer, so I'm guessing a new season pass will drop somewhere closer to that date. It hasn't shown up on Steam so far when I last checked a few minutes ago. So yeah, they also dropped a trailer for Season of the Splicer. Um, which is the one I've got here is the one that was on PlayStation. So they were going through that, and it was like a whole bunch of things. Yeah, so let's gonna go through the game.
This morning, for the first time in humanity's long and storied history,
So
the sun
essentially,
did not
the Vex
rise.
have
It's a
put up
Vex simulation
crazy
that has plunged the city into an endless night.
covered
Osiris and I could only think of one we might turn to. Mithrax. He claims to be among the last sacred splicers. Those with the power to commune with machines. Find him, Guardian. Before the Vex do.
We must splice an entrance to the Vex network. I can guide you, but I cannot follow. Once inside, you must find your own way.
Triggered a lot of controversy. Also brought back some of the older raids.
Gather your light and prepare for battle.
Who knows how that's gonna turn out?
プレイステーション
So that's what's going on there. So going back over to the actual page, Season of the Spicer on the
I
Bungie.
hurt myself
Oops.
today.
Let's go back there and so here we are. They were talking about the thing, the Endless Night, and the Vex, Mithrax, who was introduced briefly by Varix, only by word of mouth, really. He's going to be the guy who's going to be leading you through most of the missions against the Vex. They're going to be upgrading the helm to have a more lower level section, maybe a few extra vendors and things like that. And it's all going to be around the new Splicer tech. So I'm guessing the seasonal artifact is going to be the Splicer Gauntlet that they show. There's going to be 6-player match-made activity override, which is nice. So that's like, wait, I guess not all raids have matchmaking if I'm correct. They really should just make matchmaking for all raids, really, in Destiny. It would be so much simpler to do, which would also make it simpler for me to also join and do many of those raids. I don't remember seeing override, I mean, sorry, not override, but matchmaking for raids like Deep Zone Crypt. And there are also issues of the fact that difficulty needed to be adjustable for these raids as well. So that was a complaint for Deep Zone Crypt. So the weekly Pinnacle mission is going to be Expunge, which is interesting, I guess. But then again, they also had Proving Ground, so yeah. So they're bringing back Vault of Glass, which is that time loss raid that I was talking about. Actually, it wasn't two; it's just this one. So you're gonna have this raid accessible now. There's gonna be a bunch of Bungie rewards. Armor synthesis is the transmog system. which they show off in the trailer and in this clip from the trailer. Unfortunately, there are limitations to the transmog system. It's also overly complex and tedious. So that was a massive complaint from many streamers and possibly many people in the community who felt this was just ridiculous. And is it a cash grab? It could be considered that. It just depends on how you want to look at it, really. Making it this tedious makes it difficult for players to be able to customize their gear and the look they want. And certainly compared to Elder Scrolls Online, which I also play, I mean the way the transmogging in this game is even more difficult to use and less user friendly than transmog in Elder Scrolls Online or Final Fantasy Online as well. So who knows what Bungie's going to do based on the feedback from the community once their season drops on May 11. So you'll also be growing the collection of legendaries, or at least some of the old and new ones. There'll be new ones, and there'll be some ones from previous seasons that will pop up again. So they're talking about that. They have a few class-specific exotics, such as Star Eater Scales, which allows hunters to feast upon ores of power, which charges their super more quickly, makes it more potent. Path of Burning Steps for the Titan allows you to can turn solar eliminations into increased weapon damage and makes you more difficult to lock down with stasis, which is, I guess, useful in PvP, especially since stasis is still used there. Boots of the Assembler allows a Warlock's Rift to heal or boost weapon damage more easily by turning into a projectile which seeks out allies, which makes it far more useful than what it is right now, to be honest, because I almost never use weapon boost unless it's for myself, and it's usually just healing. And it's like almost too difficult to be able to, get all your allies to be really right up close with you, unless you guys are defending an objective for you to be able to boost weapon power or heal them. So that's a much needed improvement, I think, to have that exotic. But since it's only one exotic, I guess it's only kind of limited in terms of a solution. So they're going to have the season pass, like I said. They're going to have the exotic stasis sidearm, the Cryothecium 77K with its liquid cooling tech. I guess the seasonal artifact is going to be the seasonal gauntlet here. And of course, the universal ornaments is going to be the stuff that's similar to what was in Season of the Chosen, which allows you to make your look like the seasonal gear that they have here in this picture. So it's going to look like this. So this looks better to me compared to Season of the Chosen's universal ornaments that I collected from the season pass. So there's going to be the season rewards that they show here, upgrade modules, things like that. Um, the exotic sidearm. And yeah, that's pretty much it really for the upcoming season of the Splicer. I'm probably going to get it and explore it just to see how the story progresses at that point. Of course, hopefully I won't rush through it. And usually I'm pretty casual about it, so I'm not going to rush through it that fast and then burn through it and then be completely and utterly bored. Now I gotta admit, the pinnacle grind just to break from 1300 to 1310 was so tedious that I literally just stopped at that point and figured it just wasn't worth the extra hassle. Though with Season of the Chosen, they're going to only increase the power cap from by 10. So I think the power from Season of the Chosen baseline was 1250, so baseline will be 1260. That means Pinnacle will be the hard cap Pinnacle will be 1320 rather than 1310 from Season of the Chosen, which is good. It allows your gear to last longer because I have a few pieces on my Titan, for example, that will only last till 1360. So that means there's a long way to go before I have to worry about replacing all of my gears. So that's really all of the things that are coming up with Season of the Splicer, the new update, the new season pass that'll probably be there. I mean, obviously, you can pay for the season pass. Is it worth it? I think it's going to be paid for anyways. So, well, it's free for everyone at the seasonal challenge, seasonal gear, things like that. Free trial of the 6-player match made activity override and whatnot. I'm not that hardcore, but I'm pretty hardcore when it comes to grinding through looter shooter stuff and Destiny 2 stuff specifically. So if you found that amusing or you found that helpful or insightful, feel free to leave a like or sub to the channel wherever you see it, whether it be on uh, YouTube, Twitch, BitChute, or Rumble. And feel free to let me know what other content you would be interested in seeing on my channel at some point in the future. So I'm going to sign off and hopefully talk to you soon.